Hey, yo, what's good, NM Bros? Your boy Matt here at Yokohama Pacifico for NMB's Namba Shiki mini Shame Kai for the Nagisa cycle. So yeah, this is like the different from the normal like Shame Kai I did a couple weeks ago, where actually you get to choose the members. Instead, you choose like the ticket, like the lane that they're gonna be in, and you don't find out until the day of the event who you got. So it's kind of like blind box style photo event. So. Oh, it was kind of fun, and I'm just doing it for fun. I didn't buy that many tickets for today's event, so it's just, hey, get a chance to meet some new members I normally wouldn't meet, or see some members I already meet. Who knows? Who can say? But yeah, actually, it's kind of crowded here at Pacifico, because, NMB is here, which would not be that many people normally, but also there's Nogizaka is also here, so, it's Fuckboy City, as they call it. So, very crowded, all the seats are taken, all the lockers are taken, so, yeah. Anyway, I got like one ticket right now for the Group A group, which I don't have many favorites in that group, so it's just whoever, I don't care. And then there's the Group B, which most of my favorites are in that one, so hopefully I get members I like, but hey, if not, I'll get some new ones, it's all right. But yeah, I'm gonna go do my 2 shots, and I'll let you guys know how it went. All right, we just got done doing the Namba Shiki 2-shot event. So actually they did like a different style than how they normally do it. Normally they would do each time slot, the members would come out, do the lottery, and then they would go to the lanes. But this time instead they did all 3 time slots at the same time. So basically they go, okay, here's the time slot for slot 1, here's the time slot for slot 3 and 4 and so on. But yeah, so it's kind of different. So actually you knew all the assignments beforehand, which I guess maybe it was better from a organization's point of view. So when I got there, I already knew who I had for Group A for slot 3. So I had Sad Haru. So it's kind of funny because like I've never gone to her before really, and never talked to her. So it was like kind of like my first time going to talk to her, my first and only time going to Sad Haru. Like I went in, and I was like, hey, congratulations on graduating. And she's like, oh, thank you so much. And like, hey, let's do like a sad pose. I was gonna do like the Sad Haru pose, basically I want to do. So I said like Kanashimi, and she's like, oh, you're sad. And then she didn't realize like that's the pose I want to do, and I was like, no, let's do a Kanashimi pose, let's do a sad pose. So she like realized it, and then she thought that was a cute idea. So you look at it though, it kind of looks like we're doing like a puppy dog kind of pose. So and she's smiling too, so it's not quite full on Sad Haru, but hey, I tried my best to do a Sad Haru pose without like it being too obvious, Yeah. Okay, and then we had like a half-hour break before the Group B's came out. So we're waiting, and then about 10 minutes or so before the 4th slot, which is when their Group B first came out. Members all came out, and they each pull out the numbers from like a bingo ball and put it in a cup. So I only had 2 tickets for each for slot 4 and 2 tickets for slot 5. So very low odds. And it got really close though, because at the end for group for slot 4, it came down to just Karen and Mighty. And I had so ticket 1 was already taken by Mikana, and ticket 2, it was either gonna be Karen or Mighty. So Karen goes out, pulls the ball, and it's for like I think lane 8 or something. So and again Mighty for lane 2. So for my first batch of photos, I had Mikana and Mighty. So I went to Mighty first because her lane was a little shorter. Mikana's lane was insane. Like it went back and forth 3 times because I only had like 1 ID checker, so it was like really slow. But her lane was empty. I went to Mighty first, and we did like I had like contingencies for like members I didn't really care about what I wanted to do with. So for her, I did like the in-ship pose, like the captain pose. So that's what you did. And so she thought that was a good idea. I think probably a lot of fans probably did that. But hey, that was my contribution to Mighty Big Love. Then we went to Mikana, and I waited through a really long line. And I went through Mikana. So I want to do like some kind of weird like dominatrix style like pose with her, but can't really do too crazy stuff with this. And so I was like, can you do like a tsundere pose for me? And then she's like, oh, that's kind of hard. I'm like, okay, just like cross your arms and look mean. And then she kind of did that, and I did like a very kind of pleading pose. I like close. I want to do like the Mikana step on me pose, but I couldn't quite do that. So it was the closest thing we got. So it just looks like me like praying to her, like praying to Mikana-sama, I guess. Yeah. Also, I guess you can notice in the photos, it's like slightly better than the last photo event setup. So they still have the dumb table with the little divider, but then there's no big like long bar in the middle, it's like sticking out of the middle. So it looks a bit better. The photography is still very like inconsistent. Some of them are like kind of zoomed out. Some of them are like way too like pointed way too up, pointing way too low. So like half of it's like the floor is half of the picture, and the other one's like half the ceiling is half the picture. So that's pretty. Yeah. So same kind of problems. Yeah, and then for the slot 5, so my second batch of photos, I got Yuina and Reiko. So I like. So I was like, okay, at least I got one member out of the ones I liked. But yeah, overall, yeah, I got no Counter, no Mew. But yeah, we went to Yuina first, and we did the Koi no Heitate pose. So I think I kind of messed it up. I think it's supposed to be like a little like a little root plant thing or whatever. But I thought it was like a full leaf thing. So I did like a full leaf, and her like, so you look at her pose, I'm like completely like, oh, what am I doing? I have my hand out, but she's doing the little cutesy pose. So kind of messed it up, but that was my idea, my interpretation of what the Heitate is, the little leaf. And then for Reiko, who was like my first time going to her, so I had a couple ideas for this. Either I was going to do like a callback to my Nishiyuma photo where we did the Otage pose, which would have been a very good idea. But I figured probably most other fans probably might do that with her as well. So I did another thing, which is kind of a deep cut if you're in your Reiko lore. I did like an American football. Like, so what I want to do like the Heisman pose. Like you're holding the ball with one hand, you have your arm out, the other, and you have your leg out, leg standing up. I went in and I was like, okay, let's do an American football pose. And she's like, oh, okay, how do we do that? And I'm like, okay, and I kind of showed her. Yeah, but it kind of looked like she's just like doing like a push gesture. She didn't quite get the leg up, so I also didn't get a chance to show her that. But yeah, that was good. Oh yeah, I guess with we'll go back to Yuina real quick. I got a good chance like just talk to her a little bit. I was like, oh hey, I hope I can come to the new B2 stage soon. She's like, yeah, I hope you can come. I hope to see you there. So that was good. And then yeah, so all the photos were done. So there's that. And then also at this event, they're doing makeups for the handshake events because a couple members were sick or they missed their handshakes for some reason. So Junichi Rei and Abi Wakana, they had makeup slots. And actually I had tickets for both of those members. So ended up doing those here because might as well. And it was actually pretty simple. I was worried if I had to like go to the information desk, do some like, get some things stamped or whatever, but no, but actually I thought, I was like, oh, you can just use them at any time, but I guess there are specific like time slots. So like for slots, for example, for like Wakapon, I think it's like slots 3, 4, 5 or whatever. 3 and 4 were for the first slot, and then like 5, 6, 7 were for the slot, and then 8, 9 were for another slot. So I went in the wrong time, but I managed to do it. So yeah, I went and did Wakapon and kind of talked to her about her Instagram story that she posted earlier in the day where she started listening to like country music, like American country music, because she had like was it Kenny Edwards or whatever, the gambler or whatever on there. So I kind of want to ask her like, oh, I thought that was pretty interesting, do you have any favorite country western artists? And she couldn't really think of any because like it's like, yeah, why would she know? And I think she said like Avril Lavigne, which I guess that's like a maybe famous country western singer. So that's funny. Also, she was wearing like her like just plain clothes or whatever. So she was wearing like a sweater, like a knit sweater thing. So it looked good. And then also we went to Ray, and so she was also wearing like her plain clothes. She was also wearing these like giant like glasses, which kind of like threw me off. But she was really funny. When I went in, she's like, "Oh, you're a Wakapon-noshi." I'm like, "Well, actually, I'm I was like Kara-noshi." And I think she realized, oh, she saw me before. Like I went to like M shows in the past before, so at least she remembered that. I guess that's kind of funny. Yeah, and then I told her, I hope I can go to the new Team M show soon. And she's like, yeah, I'll be waiting for you. So yeah, that was all right. And that's like the last like couple times, like, oh, I watch your game YouTube channels, and then bye. And she's like, oh, thank you. So that was all right. Yeah, obviously, I originally bought her tickets for the Halloween one, and I was going to go in as Wario, but obviously, she missed those slots, so I didn't get a chance to do that. So this is kind of like, I'll just wing it or whatever with whatever we got. So at least, hey, she kind of started with a good idea. Yeah, I guess if you want to talk about like the actual event today, so actually it was like super dead. I mean, it's Kanto, that's kind of normal. But even you think of like the Makahari event, that was actually pretty busy, like way busier than usual. But it was pretty dead here. I guess because it's just Senbatsu and like just the Senbatsu fans, which apparently cannot fill up like a tiny hall in Yokohama Pacifico. But yeah, it's just like looking like all the lanes. They're all mostly empty. A lot of members just standing there, bored, waiting until the cutoff time, and then they could go. A couple times I went because I didn't get Karen, so I ended up waiting, just like standing across from her lane, and she like kept on like waving and doing piro and stuff to people while they were just standing around. So she was like doing a lot of like kind of like fishing or whatever. Even if people like didn't have tickets, I mean, because this event like sold like crap. Like I think only one like actual like slot sold out. But other than that, like it was very, very dead here. Actually, I got to get some good like kind of like weird like indirect communication, like non-verbal communication with Karen during my last slot. So me and Fox were just standing around waiting and talking, and because before the event we went to Panda Express over in Kawasaki, and I posted my picture, tagged her, did her like Harapeko Karentan hashtag and all that stuff. She saw that tweet, she liked it, and then I guess while we were standing across from her, she started like doing gestures, like 'cause she saw me and Fox and like we're talking, so she started doing like this like like eating pose, and I'm like, oh yeah, and then she did like the panda ears. So like, oh okay, she was like, oh, you went to Panda Express, and I'm like, yes, I nodded, and then I gave a thumbs up. So that was very that was like actually a nice like kind of moment. And I didn't have tickets for her. I wasn't able to see her officially today, but I could still like kind of communicate with her, which I guess that's probably the benefit of these like in-person events. You can kind of do that stuff. You can't really do that at any other kind of events. So that's probably like a really like highlight MVP moment of today. So shout out to Karen. I didn't get to see you, but I still got to see you, is the tagline, I guess. But yeah, this is going to be the end for my kind of events. I think for a while, I guess for a month. Yeah, like no more Handshake events this year. There's the online ones, which I don't really do those. I don't do videos for those. That's if you want to see how those go follow my Twitter at SuperMattoWorld to see how those are going. I usually post my reports for those, which I do. Those will be starting up next week. We have them coming up. But I guess my next time I'll be seeing you will be in December for Nagisa's graduation concerts and the Christmas concert. So a bunch of people are coming to that, so that's gonna be pretty fun. I think it'll be chaos, but that's how we do it here. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. So I guess for the question for today's video, I guess like what is like the coolest thing that an idol has done for you? Whether it's like at an event, a meeting, or on social media, maybe they liked your tweet, retweeted you or something, or replied to you. Yeah, so like what's the coolest thing an idol has done for you? And with that, I'll leave a comment in the comment section. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all next month. Peace.